the rest. Don't wanna break your heart, wanna give your heart a break. I know you're scared it's wrong, like you might make a mistake. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, daCat, DMC, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. It's a good day. It's a good day. OMI's up. It's been up for a few hours now. Let's take a look. I actually haven't checked it in a little bit, so give me, it might be down. Who knows? It might be, it's around the same. All right, so we are up about 32%. Okay, we're back up at 0004. We are up 35% on the day. Why is this happening? Short answer, there's a lot more volume. There's several $1 million more volume. I think yesterday when I was doing this, we had like I could actually go to Coin, I could go to CoinGecko and I could take a look, see what the volume was at yesterday, or at this time yesterday, which I think was like 2 million. So what was today? All right, so that would have been the 12th. 20. Yeah, we had 500. Well, this said 543,000 in volume, but CoinGecko does not take a look at DeepCoin, because DeepCoin typically has like half the volume. So let's say we had 1.2 million yesterday. We currently have 9.2. Like we have an extra $8 million in volume, which is insane. And it started. What time did this start? Oh shit, we just went to 4.1. We just have this little spike up here at the 4.1. Okay, now it's back down 4.0. And anyway, we have, what time did this start? This started at, oh, it's not saying. Oh yeah, 11:12. Yeah, it started just at 11:55, 12. As soon as 12:05 came, I had a buddy of mine text me about it at 12:03 when we had reached 3.7. So as soon as I got that, I just took a screenshot at 3.7 and I was like, all right, good morning. And then I wound up doing that, and I was like, and I'm just out getting a little exercise, trying to get the heart rate up a little bit, because I'm still a chunky boy. I'm still very, very chunky, and I will not quit until I am like early 2000s era skinny. I'm not gonna get that skinny. So that's what I do, and then not even like a few minutes later, I said freaking good morning, because we were up to like 4.2. We went from 3.7 to 4.2, and I was like, and then we kind of went down a little bit today, down to, where are we here? At 2:35, we were back at 3.6. And I was like, okay, maybe we had that spike, we go down a little bit. I thought we might hold 0004, and I was like, all right, let's see where we go back down to. It's still like we started at 2.9, so it's like, okay, it probably wouldn't be horrible even if we went back down to 0033, because then at least it's 10%. But we didn't even get to 3.5. Went back up to 4.0, back down to 3. Where are we at? Went back down to 3. If I can find it. It's not letting me do the thing. It's not letting me drag it. Let's say back down to like 3.6, 3.7, and then now back up to like 4.0, 4.1. Most of this is coming from OKX. So anywhere outside the US, although on base, which granted is not, there's still 250,000 on base, in the volume, which is fine, I guess, but it makes up for 3%. It's not a very large percentage. So again, most of this is outside of the US. You can get this on Coinbase depending on where you are in America. I know some friends can do it. I cannot yet. You can get it on Binance Wallet, Coinbase Wallet. I think OKX Wallet has it. So all of like the major exchanges wallets have it. And again, now you can get it. I don't know what banker uses. Obviously, they use Base. Do they use 1inch? Do they? I know it's a really cool technology, and Foster's mentioned this before. It's never been easier to get the token. You can get it in a couple of steps on Stacker, Coinbase Wallet, and heck, you could just get it on Twitter, and you go in and say, "Hey, BankerBot, buy me this amount of OMI," and as long as you have the funds in that wallet, it'll do it for you. So shout out to the banker peeps. Shout out to them. It's never been easy, but again, like ease of access to the token is one thing, and you have some of these people like, oh, we need exchanges, Can't we just pay to get exchanges? Jeremy Paddler has been a big advocate for that, and I was like, listen, last cycle I would have agreed, pay for them. You'll make so much more because they have, the founders of so many tokens. But now it's, again, like anything that's on Binance, like a month later, it's just a detrimental effect. So I would never want to go on there. And you had some people the other day say like, hey, Coinbase has put out their listings policy. They say it usually takes 1 to 3 months. Maybe Coinbase tried and they didn't make it. And I was like, it's kind of a big assumption to make. But then I thought, well, in order to get on Coinbase, you really need a lot of volume, and a Coinbase just doesn't have that. You need that incentive. And I was starting to think, okay, like what is the incentive? Like I've talked about the incentives multiple for quite a while now. Most of which, and what I think most people, why they buy it, is just because it's an undervalued project and it'll go up. Like the value, like this company is a completely different company than it was almost 5 years ago when it started, and even 4.5 years ago when it did like that 3000x from like quad 04 to like 1.3 cents. It did it very quickly. And then you didn't even have Marvel. There's no cash out. There's no Disney. That they had a fraction of the licenses, and now there's a ton. Now there's this big machine at work here, and there's this big machine that is heavily incentivized to get people to keep on spending. And again, it's whatever they had to do to survive in the bear, and that happened to be, okay, we know we're losing users left and right because bear market, bad times. But as long as we keep on pushing out these, like, and they gave us great drops, right? They gave us, VeVe probably had to sacrifice millions of dollars worth of merchandising, like worth of these digital assets, by giving us something that we wanted in a bear market versus like really, really scrimping and having these like okay drops in the bear market because they had to make money. I mean, and I mean, Darth Vader, that was May of 22. So we were definitely in that big decline, like that you had a lot of things that had gone down at that point. OMI was still in the double zeros, I think, at that time, but man, was it again, like in a raging bull market, that would have done quite a bit more. And anything that we've had over the last couple of years, messages are going crazy today. I think we've had in the last couple of years that VeVe had released that was really cool, like Grogu. They released Grogu like at their own peril, because it would have been so. But again, you had this game that you had to play, like Luke Skywalker, like, because Cryptoys has the first appearance Yoda. I think, obviously, looking back now, that was a huge waste, because like where are those collectibles? Like what are the prices of them? What have they done? Where's that company? And by all means, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, well, actually, Cryptoys just did X, Y, and Z. Okay, I didn't see that. Might be, if that's the case, but they did something similar with DC, where technically the first appearance of Flash, like the Flash on the blockchain, that goes to that Colex team. What is that? Hero. Like that goes to Hero, and it's like, and people will look back on it and they'll kind of ignore it, they'll kind of be like, okay, like, yeah, that is, if you really want Flash's first appearance, it can go there. But the first appearance on VeVe, which I think, again, it's not, it's the racing one where Superman and Flash, they race. It's from that really epic storyline. And that's technically first appearance Flash, at least on VeVe. Because again, like, first edition Charizard, like the one that everyone knows, base set, that's not the first time Charizard ever appeared on a card. That's like his 5th time he's appeared on a card. So I think what VeVe had to do, what they saw is like, hey, all of these other companies are popping up, and we don't want to let them get the first appearances on the blockchain. So you have the combination of the pressure from the fans, like, oh, can't VeVe get the first appearance? I would love it if the first appearance was on VeVe, in conjunction with the fact that, hey, bear market, like, they were making millions of dollars per drop, to like, hey, 30K is pretty good. So they had to go in and really say, like, okay, we need to have a good drop every now and then. So again, no other companies can do the things the way that VeVe did. It's a completely different company. There's a huge machine at work here that really can't be stopped. And any other new company that wants to compete with VeVe, they're not competing with the VeVe of 2021, where things are super clanky. And have they made some mistakes? Absolutely. Some fairly recently. But at the end of the day, they're dealing with this titan in this industry now. And I think finally some people are catching on. And I have that theory that you have Jesse.base.eth, and you have like you have the people that like work and live around base that have probably seen it, and like, okay, are we skillet in 2008? Because now it's my time. I'll do what I want, and they're starting to buy it now. So I can't prove that, but when you have Jesse.base.eth and Shaw, like, you know, the one in charge of listings at Coinbase, consistently post things, and consistently the one with the most impressions in the replies is a Comey or Foster Hill, there's no way they're not paying attention. So they're just publicly ignoring it while privately trying to probably stack as much as they can. And again, this is just my theory, but it's like, okay, when you have a man on second in baseball, or I'm sorry, you have a man on, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, say man on second, and you have this guy that's a pretty good hitter up, and you want him to swing at a bad pitch, but you also want to have that force play in there. So you need to have somebody at first. So it's like, okay, best case scenario, I'll get him to swing at a bad pitch. Worst case scenario, I'll just walk him. And you intentionally walk someone. It's not an intentional walk where it's just throwing 4 balls out this way. It's throwing 4 bad pitches in a row, hoping that he'll swing and miss, or swing and hit a bad pitch. I think that's what they're doing. They are intentionally publicly ignoring while privately stacking. So, and again, zero proof of this. I don't have any of their wallet addresses, but I want to read something from Crypto. Oh, I know. Sorry, I clicked on something. I want to read something from Crypto Cosmo today. He's got, I know he's so busy with the things that he's doing, and just, he needs a channel because his insights are so freaking good. He says, buckle up, fam. VeVe is perfectly positioned to explode once again this cycle. Hundreds of mainstream brand partners, deflationary token, which is OMI, VeVeverse, OMI to NFT, premium digital collectibles, and fidgetals. So it's nothing we haven't seen before, but just the fact that he keeps saying it. And his profile picture is a moonbird. And he consistently goes in and he posts about moonbirds and Milady makers and pudgy penguins. And so somebody would look at his account, and you even see it on his bio: Moonbird, Cool Cats, GVC, Azuki, VeVe Gold logo, VeVe partner strategy. As like most other people in Web3 know exactly what the top line is. What is this VeVe stuff? And they say, like, okay, he's got a Moonbird, he's got these Cool Cats, he's got these other things. Post about projects I hold, none of his financial. All right, decent amount of followers, 6,500. Let's see what else he's talking about here. And he just, the absolute mad lad of a flex. 300 Marvel MC1 commons, 300 Fantastic Four #1 commons, 300 Amazing Spider-Man, and 8 partner statues. People are like, all right, that's the thing that he pins. What is going on here? And this dude has, I don't know what it is. This dude has, he's in like 40 different projects. So people, I mean, they'll pay attention to that. Like it's different where if you would have gone to Randy Chavez in 2021, be like, okay, this is he being paid by VeVe and OMI? Like what's going on? Like he's only posting about that. Obviously, if they go to my my stuff now, they say, okay, Definity, VeVe, DEVVE, SHIRO, DeLorean Labs, writing daCat comic. He's in everything. So diversity does happen to have a, just additional perks. But yeah, where the volume comes from, I think it's from them. I think it's from those. There is speculation that says like, well, David's had this announcement for a while. What if he like leaked it somewhere and that person told, the people that, let's say where the news has been leaked, maybe those people or the people on the other end of the announcement where I don't know. I'm trying to think of like, let's say it's like they're getting into college football, right? Like, and suddenly like the presidents of these colleges they're buying, not that I feel like presidents of colleges have no idea how to buy crypto. But let's just say that it's some crazy license or some crazy thing that's going on, and it's no one on VeVe, but it's the other end side that like, hey, once this announcement comes out, the token associated with it might pump, and maybe you have people that secretary that read an email, a janitor that took a screenshot of or a picture of something in the trash, stuff like that can happen too. Oh my God, water is so freaking good. What's up, Mikey? How's it going? Well, it says this is just the beginning. There's a game called Everwing. You have like little dragons, and you have like little fairies that are in the middle of the dragons. And this one girl's power is that if you get hit in that game, you die. In real life, no, I'm joking. You just die in the game. But there's this one chick there that she has this power where she can get hit, and then she has like a shadow fairy take over, and she says, "Death is only the beginning." And I was like, that line goes so freaking hard. Anyway, Dystopia says, loads his slingshot. What's up, Croner? How's it going? Cops like, let's go, Randy. Let's go. Freaking go. Randy, I'm watching football, but I love you so much. That's why I came on. First one here. Let's go. What are you watching today? What's Saturday? What's mostly stranded in front of the door? Oh no, my friend's stranded in front of the it's like her first time in New York, like alone. Like last time she's been here, I picked her up the last few times, and now she's stranded in front of a door and the code isn't working. And the guy that she's with is just I hope they're good. Say like what? And anyway, I'll deal with that in a minute. Oh hell no. Sorry, I just had something come in. Crow saying daCat locked in. Meow. Yes, daCat locked in. Speaking of which, let's go over a couple of other things. Posted on the X today that my tattoo is pretty much fully healed right now. Let's take a look at daCat. Let's see what it's up to today. daCat is at $2.8 million market cap. It's up 0.7% on the day. $2.85 million market cap. 638,000 in volume. It's had $129 in volume. Sorry, 638,000 liquidity. 129,000 volume, which like I think Ladies on Solana has more volume. I accidentally looked at Momo. That's down. That's 822. Ladies on Solana has $689 in volume, down 40%. Trying to shake some people out here. Also, there's a lot of rewards that haven't gone out that the reward wallet is now working, so that it had a lot of catch up to do. So that's the big dip. So I do. One of the guys we got to that we were hoping to shake out wound up buying a little more. I was like, oh man, I just send it up. Okay, give me one sec. I got to do something here. Yeah. Dude, I am obsessed with Demi Lovato's, and it's an old song. Give Your Heart a Break. Give me one sec. Hold on. You gotta swap something. That shit. Oh my gosh, I know. Ugh. I feel like every time I say ugh, I feel like Charlie Brown after Lucy pulls out the football from under him because I have to do stuff that previously didn't have to freaking do. Okay, can I do that? Okay, we have to do this in. Okay. That is going to be 0.05. I'm gonna do that because that's only $58. Why does this say 600? Okay, you know what? We're gonna. I am so freaking. I'm sorry. I need to take a look at something real quick. That should work. I will Roger that. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm pressing swap now, and the swap is not working. Oh, okay. Maybe it did work. And I also don't know exactly how much I did. Okay, we're good. We're good. Dave says, thank you for the FUD biscuits. They lied. They did 100%. So, LOL. JKRB, what's going on, fam? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, very good. That was $9. I could have sworn that was supposed to be like $50, but okay, hold on. Oh, they got a. Okay, that is a very small place. I'm not staying there. I am just gonna Coolio. Nice place. Okay. That is definitely not a pullout. Thank God I'm not spending that night. And I'm going home on that day. All right, Ginferno saying howdy. Howdy. I feel like Woody when or no, I feel like the shark from Toy Story where he takes Woody's hat. It's like, look, I'm Woody. Howdy. Okay. Let's go to what else we taking a look? I went Momo the cat. Okay, that's cool. Let's do Definity. Definity down 1.5% on the day to $3 million market cap. DeCat just behind it. It had $4,300 in volume though. 124K liquidity. Most of this is not a. Oh, okay. We have a little couple buys here. That's not a pullout couch. I know. Not a. Not sleeping there, so all good. Did I tell her that my my flight is at like 5 a.m. so I'll just leave late at night. Okay. Ace Rig Move says, good morning, Randy. Good morning, Ace Rig Move. Meow. Abe says, USC versus Purdue, waiting for my boy Canelo to fight. Oh, yeah. So there's a bunch of fights on, and I think I missed one already. A buddy of mine manages Patty Donovan. The title fight in Belfast was around 4 p.m. I don't know. I didn't use your real name. I don't think I know your real name. I think I just know you as Abe. Right? Like Abe, right? That's. I mean, you're always here as Abe, right? Unless I'm tripping. Docs around the world. Also, if I used any, I don't think I thought your real name was Abe, right? What other name was I saying over the last Affinity? There was Lilith. There was Momo. there was daCat, there was ladies. Let's go to DEVVE. Let's see what DEVVE. Oh shit! I typed in VeVe. Remember when Trump had that thing called VeVe? Oxford around the world. All right, DEVVE's at 5.3 or 53 cents today. 309,000 in volume, pretty low. Down about 2% on the day. Oh gosh, my body. Okay. Not much going on with DEVVE. And we have some news to go over, but it's not going to be a ton. Oh, okay. Right. Did we have yesterday's? Okay, we have yesterday's. Not much to go over with DEVVE today. Let's take a look at some other stuff. Let's do SHIRO, and we'll get back to OMI in a bit, I promise. SHIRO Nico. Down about 8.5% on the day, so that doesn't look good. It is still at a $4 million market cap, 357,000 in volume. I don't know what happens if it goes below that 4 million. And it was up like 8% yesterday, right? It was down 20% on the week, down 62% on the month. Okay, so yeah, SHIRO Nico's not looking that good. We need to reinvigorate that somehow. It'll do well when it gets on VeVe because their entire audience is going to go crazy for it. But as of right now, yeah, not doing so hot. Anywho, let's take a look at DeLorean because I think they're up. Oh, they're up 1.5%. They were up before to like 0046, 0045 right now. DeLorean, however, is up 34% on the week and up 12% on the month. So it is actually looking much better than anything else right now. 9 million in volume, $15 million market cap. Let's see if DeLorean had anything to go over on their X. Oh my God, that back hurts. DeLorean, 183,000 followers over on X, had posted, "Good morning. Enjoy the ride. The less you obsess about the destination, the more you enjoy the ride." Oh, good. I preach. I agree. Let's see if SHIRO had anything. SHIRO Nico with 58,000 followers has said a couple of things here. They had requoted a gal named Vanessa saying, "See what SHIRO community has done up in Pakistan. 5,000 meals to flood victims, 1 year of school, plus food for 22 orphans, support for hundreds of cats, charity dinner and ration bags for families. Which crypto do you know out here changing lives like this?" I'm not going to lie, this is really cool. Any person, company, whoever that dedicates some of their resources and time to lessen the suffering in the world, I will always tip the hat to them. That being said, I wish it would have helped a little bit here in America, but again, it probably goes farther there. SHIRO Nico requotes that saying, "We not only strive to have fun and joy in our Telegram, but also strive to help those in need. Remember, we are all cats in the end. You too can make a difference in this litter box we call a world." That's so nice. I hope it doesn't go unnoticed. I hope they remember who you are. It's a joke, Mr. Randy. Nod to the docs drama of 24 with Foster and oh God. Yes, I remember. Yo, what up, fam? What up, Kuma? How's it going? Waiting for you. We're gonna wait for you at Vegas. I booked my flights recently. Ow, I'm back. My other back. OMI Rising. Let's go, OMI Rising. Okay. We're gonna have to. Oh shit. Sorry. I'm going to go in and ask y'all to smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways, Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Y'all are my bays. Crazy. Have I told you lately? Meow 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 meow. Okay. Getting rid of that. All right, DeLorean. We did SHIRO. We did DEVVE. We did daCat. I think we did everything. Let's go back to OMI real quick. So up 30% on the day, up 32% on the week, up 114% on the month. You know, we've kind of had this battle this day with that 0004. We've gone over it 3 times, haven't held it. We're at 003966. So where do we end? I would say probably mid 0003s, 35, 36. I mean, we didn't even get down to 35 before, and the last low. So the first low was 35. Then it was like 37. Maybe this low will be 39. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But like I said, this is you had Paul from Definity, who was on Crypto Rain's channel a few days ago. Did he talk about OMI this week? I know he talked about OMI either this week or the week before, talking about that 0005. If you take a look at it on the month, and he says that 0005 is a key area of resistance because that was the last support level. So that's going to be the ceiling. That's going to be a resistance point. And we might have to attack that a couple of times before we get through it. And then he had mentioned that once you get through it, it can go, I mean, it can go almost up to the 001s. And then, you know, and then we can see where it goes. But I think it needs attention. And I mean, it's great to see it up 115% this month, 34% over the week, 32% on the day. Technically speaking, like from TA, that's just kind of his point. For me, it's a little, probably won't be up that late. What the fuck, girl? I'll just hang with y'all till y'all go to bed then. I won't keep you up. No, go to bed. I'd probably if but schedule if you God, give me 1 sec. Oh, my friends are so sweet. Okay, where was I over here? Yeah, so it is a little harder for me, and I think it was Wes that clipped this. I don't, what's his name? VeVe Wes? Can you block me? Anyway. Oh no, we're good. He's clipped a bunch of stuff from me, saying that 9 hours ago, Randy Chavez's YouTube channel might be worth over $1 million in November. Yeah, what if I get this big payment? Like if this deal goes through, it'll be a 6-figure deal, and I'll the YouTube channel at that time would be over $1 million net worth valuation. He also posts, as Randy says, VeVe is worth over 100 million. Probably is no longer going to buy part of VeVe and says going to be buying another. I said most likely because I do have that option of buying a small portion of the VeVe coming from someone, but I haven't heard any movement on that in a while, and I have this other opportunity to buy a part of a. It's a super small amount. So same thing with VeVe. Like if I were to buy part of somebody's shares, it would be like a super small amount. Like 5 figures, but not six figures. Anyway, I have another opportunity to do that with another company that is a fraction of the size of VeVe, and the growth potential is just huge. But he ludicrous amount. Damn, Westby clipping a bunch of my stuff. Breaking, Randy Chavez says David and Dan's time is worth 10K per hour and would like to see him do interviews on bigger crypto channels. Yeah, I think it is. Like, I know lawyers that charge like $1,000 an hour, and they're not even like the biggest ones. Like, top tier lawyers be getting like $1,500 an hour. So yes, David and Dan, like, for what they do, for what they have, of course their time is worth this much. And this is why I can't even say what I'm going to say. Anyway, where the idea? Oh God. 25 gems, Pudgy Penguins. Maybe I'm tripping here. Okay, so on September 4th, Wes had clipped this, so maybe I said it on September 3rd. Bull Randy Chavez says OMI will double in the next 4 weeks to 00067. And the reason I said that is because wouldn't it be funny if when I get a super small payment here in a couple weeks, wouldn't it be funny if, like, because I want to buy OMI, wouldn't it be funny, like, oh yeah, the universe will do a trick on me and it'll send OMI to the moon so I can't get as much as I want? Probably gonna happen. Would probably gonna happen. All right, can't make backup jump. Very good, very good. I've always got them options, girl. I'll give you one of those options if you want. Did I? Shoot. That was at, okay, I think that was at 19. All right, sorry, give me 1 sec. I have to put in, all right, 35, so it's 68, 73. And it's 210, so it's 1530. And then 2 pieces, all right, so that's 9, 140, so it's 1670. All right, we got a little bit of cheese in there. 2, 3, 6, 1730. And this was at, what time was it? And let's do a little bit more because we had some butter on this. What are we at here? What are we at? It was like 1925, let's say. All right, my next meal is going to be a shake. It's going to be a protein shake. It'll have 180 calories. That'll get me up to 1980. Give me 202 grams of protein, and we'll do it at like 10:30. No, that was at 19. We could do it in like an hour. Okay, cool. Mr. MC1 Day. Hey, Randy and fam. I've been handling family health issues, so I've been a bit checked out, but glad to be here today. I'm always glad to see you too. I'm glad to see you getting this bread. I'm glad to see you just here because I love you. I love you, and I'm glad to see you. Let's do a and we've done a lot on VeVe. Let me keep that message up there. There's a couple of articles here that I wanted to go over. One of them is, all right, if you have a pet, oh gosh, go to virtualvetcare.vet. It's a virtual veterinary care. How to become a client. Before scheduling a virtual visit for your pet, please follow the steps. Request a new client consultant online. You can go to virtualvetcare.vet and ask to speak to Dr. Mark Nunez. He's a good guy. I love him, and I told him I would just go in and share this with him. You complete their consent form online. You can begin chatting with Dr. Nunez as soon as you do that. He's a cool dude. If you ever is like, hey, my pet is having this issue, I don't know if I really need to bring him into the vet for that. Can I just have like a virtual pet appointment? Yeah, you absolutely can. He's a good man. I love him. I might buy into his company next year. This is not the one that I'm buying into. There's another one. Anyway, WOPing, sending positive vibrations, Mr. MC1. Yes. Am I Marky Mark in 1994? Because good vibrations. I think that's when that song came out. Let me check. I didn't know the Beach Boys had a. Oh, it was 91. Huh. Huh. Okay. All right. I thought it was 94. It is 91. Okay. Good vibration. Thanks all. Yeah. Always love seeing you here. All right. Anyway, that's that. Up to that. What is? Oh, okay. Forgot about that. We have an article here from ccn.com. Crypto post NFT bubble recovery will be driven by actual fandom, not hype. Okay. All right. Let's who is this by? It's by David Yu. Collecting has always conjured up vivid images. Boxes of action figures still in their packaging, lined up neatly on shelves, pages of baseball cards in plastic sleeves, crates of records sitting beside the stereo, stash of old coins tucked away in a closet. But behind those nostalgic scenes are items that cost a fortune, endless searches through dusty shops, and eBay listings, and excess packaging that comes with every delivery. And for many fans outside major markets, geographical restrictions add insult to injury. Someone who grew up collecting in New Zealand, I know how hard it was to access the same collectible culture that seems so normal in the US. Finding and affording physical collectibles was nearly impossible. Collecting has been part of human culture for a millennia, and the global collectibles market is expected to reach $512 billion this year. And yet, despite its longevity and value, the industry hasn't evolved in a way that solves these persistent problems of access, waste, shipping, and scalability. With the increasing pressure on companies and countries to be more climate conscious and the ever-changing politics of global trade, physical collecting is beginning to show its cracks. By moving collectibles onto secure, transparent, and public ledgers, we can make rare, meaningful fan items accessible to anyone, anywhere, with full authenticity and zero waste. The next evolution of NFTs. 2017, we saw the official birth of NFTs. At the time, it seemed like this was a way to bring collecting online. But I believe NFTs created a kind of bubble, one which only chose those who understood the technology and its purpose could access. This bubble appeared parallel to cryptocurrency, or both were, for a time, viewed by their small group of investors as money-making schemes. In 2025, that bubble has popped. Kind of popped in 2022, but let's keep going. And what's left is the foundation of something more meaningful. Just as cryptocurrencies have matured, NFTs are maturing too. We've seen the financial world evolve around blockchain through ETFs, stablecoins, and tokenized assets. Institutions now see crypto as a viable part of modern financial system. Digital collectibles are the cultural counterpart to that financial evolution. They're the sustained advancement of what NFTs originally set out to do, to use blockchain to verify ownership and authenticity in a digital world. Yes, they're backed by blockchain. Yes, they exist in the digital realm. But unlike the speculative hype of early NFTs, digital collectibles are rooted in fandom, not finance. They're about making collecting smarter, more accessible, and better aligned with how people actually engage with their favorite characters, games, or stories. Better tech for better collecting. Connection between collecting and blockchain is natural. Collecting is about rarity, status, and authenticity. Exact traits that blockchain technology was purpose-built to verify and protect. Digital collectibles use that tech to expand the collecting opportunities for fans who are already the same people who would buy a comic book or go to Hobbytown or the antique store looking for stamps. Thanks to AR and VR, digital items have more depth and creativity than physical factory manufacturing allows. Designs aren't limited by production costs or shipping constraints. Instead, artists and creators can build immersive, detailed pieces with features impossible to replicate physically. The metaverse also offers something meaningful here. In digital spaces, fans can connect regardless of where they live. It's a new version of standing in line outside the comic store at 7 a.m. to get the limited drop, except now anyone in the world can line up and that rarity is guaranteed on-chain. Physical collecting also comes with real-world costs. Plastic packaging, emissions from global shipping, warehousing, and overproduction. Digital collecting avoids all of that. And with modern blockchains moving toward carbon neutrality, digital merchandise becomes a more sustainable, ethical choice. Meanwhile, tariffs, material shortages, and inflation are adding to this physical accessibility issue. In the US and elsewhere, fans and IPs alike are raising concerns about quality, affordability, and supply chain reliability. Digital solves that. There's no waiting, no shipping fees, and no risk of bent corners or custom delays. This is how we future-proof collecting. Oh gosh, there's more. Digital collectible on-ramp to Web3. How long is this article? Almost done. Of course, blockchain and crypto still have an aura of complexity. That's why digital collectibles can be a perfect on-ramp. When fans download an app that lets them buy officially licensed collectibles or the comics they already love, and that happens to use blockchain under the hood, they're stepping into this world organically. It's the same principle that made ETFs an accessible entry point into investing. Digital collectibles can do that for blockchain. Millions are already being onboarded this way. We're seeing a popular response from the community to phygital drops, digital items paired with physical ones, and publishers moving into licensed digital comics that retain the same rarity and fan value as their print counterparts. These are clear examples of blockchain that keep the soul of collecting intact. You still get that sense of ownership, of discovery, of being able to own something that others might not have. But now it's easier, greener, and finally global. The digital collectibles market is forecast to grow from about 11 billion today to more than 48 billion by 2033. People love collecting. They always have. Blockchain just gives us a better way to do it. Oh, David, you have, like, am I Sandy when Gary's up on stage doing poetry because he has such a way with words? That was a great show. I thought there was something else that I had to go over, but I guess there wasn't. Okay, we can get to the news. All right, let's go. Let's get to no more comments, right? eBay should take an investment in VeVe. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Marky Mark now owns car dealerships in Columbus, I think. Oh, does he now? Baby, I'm not like the rest. I wanna break your heart, wanna give your heart a break. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that song. I know why. Where are we at here? Where do we leave off yesterday? Yesterday, right? Valeria Richards, I think we said. Missouri redistributed. They had a redistricting. Republicans picked up a House seat, and then you had like 2 million Democrats switch over to be Republicans over the last couple of days. That's like a 4-point-something million deficit. That's a difference. That's insane. You have $379 million worth of shorts that were liquidated between 6:30 on the 11th, and they were liquidated by 6:30 on p.m. Eastern Standard Time by the 12th. That was yesterday. That was wild. Shout out to Maya Nix, which is going to be on the show on Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yield boost. Okay, good. Cats. Oh, autumn. Frazetta's Conan, aka Lancer / Ace 1967, sold for $13.5 million doll hairs. It looks really cool. I don't know if I'd pay 13.5 million for it, but it looks really cool. Albania, that unlocked a core. All right, who is that chick that had the she was part of like the Miss Universe, and she goes, Albania. That was, oh god, anyone remember that video? That was hysterical. Anyway, Albania appoints AI bot as minister to tackle corruption. I don't know if I like the timeline we're living in. All right, so back in the day, 15 years ago, give or take, there was this rise in having this new technology, like where instead of hiring like a bodyguard, you just had a face scanner to get in, because it doesn't sleep, it can't be bribed, it works 24/7. But at the time, the technology of the face scanner couldn't tell the difference between a face and a picture of a face. Having an AI bot as a minister to tackle corruption, this is probably going to happen more and more as it gets better. Right now, I don't know if it's that good because it still takes its direction or directions from humans. So I have that study. I don't have it with me, but yeah, I thought that was bananas. Delia is the name. Cheers from Albania. Only one VeVe fan here. Wait, oh, that was her name? Okay, cool. Or is Delia the name of the AI bot? Let me know. Anyway, cheers from Albania, Val. Let's go. Let me put that. All right. Let me put that on Snapchat. Cheers from meow meow in Albania. I don't know why I keep saying that. I do know it's fun to say. Where was I? It's a name that is wild. It's the name of the AI minister. Oh my god. How do you feel about it, Val? You want to come on? Want to shoot me a message and I can get you on here and we can talk about this madness, which it might not be. It might be a good thing. Maybe the last minister that was there, they were caught in some weird bribe scandal, and that's why they went this way. I was like, what has happened? What were the events that led up to this? And is it doing a good job? Like, is it working? Is it efficient? I'm very curious about these. Galaxy Digital has bought $4.93 million Solana worth $1.2 billion in just 3 days. Institutions are preparing for the biggest alt season, says Ash Crypto Real. Fidelity just bought $315 million worth of Bitcoin. Whales be loading. It's good to be the king. Trump is ready to do major sanctions on Russia when all NATO nations have agreed and started to do the same thing, and when all NATO nations stop buying oil from Russia. As you know, NATO's commitment to win has been far less than 100%, and purchase of Russian oil by some has been shocking. It greatly weakens your negotiating position and bargaining power over Russia. Anyway, Trump says he's ready to go when they are. Just say when. I believe that this plus NATO as a group placing 50 to 100% tariffs on China to be fully withdrawn after the war with Russia and Ukraine is ended will also be of great help in ending this deadly but ridiculous war. China has strong control and even grip over Russia. These powerful tariffs will break that grip. This is not Trump's war. It would have never started, blah, 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 blah. I'm only here to help stop it and save thousands of Russian and Ukrainian lives. 7,100 people died last week in that war. He says, if NATO does as I say, the war will end quickly and all those lives will be saved. If not, you're just waiting. This war has been going on for years, and still 7,100 people died last week. That is Jesus, man. That is rough. That is rough. Senseless loss of life. Martini guy says if Bitcoin hits 120,000 today, which I don't think it will, over $2.4 billion in shorts positions would be liquidated. But like I said, I don't think that's not happening. But let's see. Let's take a look. See. OMI's back down to 3.8, which is fine. Bitcoin at 115.8, also fine. Gold sauce. What? Gold sauce on your snack wrap? McCrispy strips? Oh, I've been on a strict diet for a while, but McDonald's, they're getting that bread. Yep, both. Okay, that's nice. I got both. BlackRock has bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin this week. They know it's coming. That's without makeup. Jesus. Sorry. Pikachu Illustrator PSA 9 just sold for $4 million. I repeat, Pikachu Illustrator PSA 9 just sold for $4 million. Logan Paul's Pikachu Illustrator, it's a PSA 10 that was 9 at one point, which he purchased for $5.275 million in 2022. Is probably gonna be worth a bit more now. Pokemon Grails keep rewriting history, says Comics and Crypto. Comey saying, glad to hear we're not the only ones with this problem. And they had requoted something that said, tries to go outside and touch grass, keeps watching the charts. I should go outside. He's outside. OMI is still my homie. Agreed. Agreed. I'm back. All right. I think it's probably safe enough now to go to X and talk about and just take a look at what crypto Twitter is up to. You have Eno saying, "Oh, I like that," where he's got matching VeVe gold and silver number 461, and the Akomi red and silver 461. That's pretty dope. Maybe first OMI only drop. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But from the people I'm following, let's see what we got. Yeah. Love Tom McDonald. Bag. Kai Cenat is facing backlash after blatantly promoting a meme coin to his audience during Mafiathon 3. Ooh, was it a bad meme coin? Bad times. Tommy B put $1 million into Pump today. I don't know if I would have done that, but good for him if he did, and he made money. U.S. and Taliban talk hostages, sanctions, and minerals. U.S. officials met Taliban leaders in Kabul to push for the release of Americans detained in Afghanistan, especially Habibi, a U.S. citizen missing for 3 years. Taliban insists they don't know where Habibi is, but the U.S. says his case is blocking any chance of improving ties. Talks about prisoner swaps have failed before, including when the Taliban rejected trading Habibi for the last Afghan held at Guantanamo. At the same time, Taliban used the meeting to pitch U.S. investment in Afghan industries like rare earth minerals and to complain about American sanctions. Trump has made rescuing Americans abroad a key priority, with his team already securing prisoner releases in Afghanistan, Russia, and Venezuela. New talks show how hostage diplomacy, politics, and money are all colliding in Afghanistan's future. I bet. Nike the Pig. Love Nike the Pig. When their comic comes out on VeVe, it's probably going to be one. It's probably going to be one rarity. Probably just going to be a common. North Murray. Oh shit. Osman Collects posted something that was cool. JKill XRP always posting stuff. I love him. Oh, nice vigil for Charlie Kirk. Damn, look at all those people. Nice vigils. Pablo CRO says, I bought crypto 10 years ago because I wanted freedom from the government. Today, he says crypto is needed more than ever. Agreed. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I feel like the government is going to have to hire like younger millennials or Gen Z to tell them what uwu means. Uwu? Because clearly they don't know. That is wild. Rip Van Wizard posting about wizards, which is cool. Let me see what people posting about. Banker. K Collections posting about Banker. Crypto Nira posting about Board Toilet Club. Oh. Terrible's asking, how many of you plan on going to church tomorrow? I don't know if I have the clothes for church. Maybe I should. Maybe I should try to go to church with my. I'll have some slacks. I don't know. I'm busy. Senate Republicans block release of Epstein files. Bro, why? Okay, all right. They voted 51-49 to stop Democrats from adding a measure to the defense bill that would have forced the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. Why? Why can't we get those files? Oh my God, this is Jesus, man. Can we get those freaking files, please? that is horrible. Oh, thank you, Turtle Golf, for resharing my stuff. I'm gonna give him some hearts over here. Give me a heart to break your heart. Sorry. Okay, let's go to my For You page, not necessarily people I'm following, but what X thinks is for me. First appearance of The Impossible Man, that is going to come out on September 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fantastic Four. Number 11. Doctor of Stuff, freaking Air Jordan over there, got his back double full. It chose to almost. Oh my God, bro, that is. Like, all right, that is so freaking cool. All right, so that's a slow mo. So me as a broken veteran that has the body is just done, I'll never be able to do this stuff, even if I wanted to. But Doc, and Doc's older than me by like that looks so freaking cool. And again, I just my back would never be able to take it. He just like and again, he's several years older than me, and he just that is so freaking cool. Bro, this Momo the cat just the fact that they have over 300,000 followers on TikTok and they have like an $800,000 market cap on their token. Like once they just figure out how to turn the viewers from that TikTok into buys for their token, I think, and again, assuming that their devs and the people that run that are legit, which I don't know if they are or not. We've never really spoken yet. I think we're going to speak in a couple of weeks. They're supposed to have their head down working, and it's so good. Their videos on TikTok are top tier, and I just if they can get some of those people to just buy it's going to go crazy. It is going to go freaking crazy if they can do that, and if they're legit and not a rug pull. Which, again, who knows? I don't know. I haven't had a meeting with them yet. We'll see. Solnick Coin, love them. Perfect Saturday morning, cup of coffee. D Ranger says, I'll buy as much DEVVE as you have right now at 55 cents. Sell me all you want, then go F off. Cool. People talking about daCat, which is nice. Crappy Bird as well. Oh, okay. Pick up. Oh my God. Space Penguin. You have Claritza Latina saying happy Saturday as Azeroth. Oh God, I'm forgetting the name here. Raven having her Batman. I don't know what Batman is that. I forget which Batman that is, but one of them on VeVe. Yeah, people surprised that OMI was moving. I mean, we knew it would move at some point. Can it keep moving? We'll keep going down. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. There's one more question here from Scott Brown saying, did you say you have a decent amount of DEVVE left? I do have a decent amount of DEVVE. I never sold, though. It might have just been a mistake when I said that. Left. All right. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye to Dashi, and I will catch you all later. Give your heart a break. Your heart a break. Your heart a